Just one moment.
You're right. The cops have too many rights. They're violating due process. My banner is missing. Well, I was hoping to send you guys into the website here. You forgot we have a website. Thank you very much, Evil Enmity. So Barack Obama is triggering more violence in America. That's his goal. He wants to start it because they want to foment racial hostility. They think somehow the Democrats are going to win in this effort. When we will help stop racial profiling, we will help investigate the death of Donald Young, Barack Obama's lover.
Just one moment. We
will go into detail. I will help the mother of Donald Young receive justice for what happened to her son, who she said died because of the secrets he knew about his sex lover. Basically, Barack Obama and Donald Young were lovers.
Being like the new urban army.
It's wrong. We should demilitarize our local police. But basically, Donald Young's mother, clutching a picture of Donald Young, right there, said, "Mom fears son was slain to protect secrets of Pal who became president." Donald Young was having sex intimately with Barack Obama for a few years. His mom, who was a former bookkeeper at Chicago PD, knew that, and that was the last we ever saw of her. We never saw her again. I will be investigating that.
All right, so David last night, and I actually talked to David about this. He asked about this caller. I'll put him on speakerphone. He asked about what are our thoughts about, basically it seems like the police there's been more and more police shootings, but it's not necessarily anything new. That basically when police pull you over, David and I have both said you need to respond to the police with respect and authority, especially because you do have an armed person asking you questions, and you don't want to instigate an armed person to get more defensive, I would say.
You don't want to do that, no.
And that's what we think is that. And he was asking about how the police, if someone pulls you over, it seems like all you can do is be submissive.
Yeah, don't trigger hostility. You can be submissive. You can listen to them and take the recommendations. But if you guys want to avoid being put into the slammer, don't fight back. I mean, don't deny them. Yeah, go ahead. Just agree with whatever they're asking and cooperate. Then you'll minimize your hurt. Basically, you're going to suffer if you go against a local cop, and you could lose your life. Yeah, you could. You could lose your life, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We were on. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's easy for you to say because you guys are white, but I'm a minority, I'm brown.
Yeah, you definitely have to agree. You have to comply as much as possible. No, that's not true.
I don't think it's necessarily
if you comply and say, "Yes, sir," "No, I'm so sorry. I know, sir. I mean, here is my ID, sir." They're not going to treat you like that.
Okay, please hold. I have another call.
This guy thinks minorities have a bad chance if they comply. I just don't understand.
Hello? You're still on?
Are you worried about getting deported or something?
Okay, that's weird. I guess the call just dropped off.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Oh no! So you are a minority too.
Are you saying something about like that? Are you claiming that?
It's easy for you guys to be like compliant, quote unquote. But for me as a minority, it's like you don't have to do anything wrong for them to be aggressive.
Oh, I understand. They're profiling you. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't understand that because you've never been on my shoes per se.
No, I understand. Yeah, I agree. We have a problem because I have been racially profiled myself. People think I'm a white guy. Okay, I understand what racial profiling is, but I have never been profiled by a cop that way. I've been pulled over because people just want to mess with me, and I've been pulled over 10 times in my area, and I've never been ticketed because I basically give them my driver's license and registration, which you can do as a minority. Even if you're an illegal alien, you can get a driver's license in some states like California and Washington. It's telling you.
I have a question for the caller. As a
No, I know. Even if you're legal,
as a minority, if a cop does pull you over and say they target, what if a cop does pull you over? Do you take the the stance that you should be compliant, as like you said, submissive to their questioning.
Right, I understand. I mean, I respect people that know who they are and stuff. So, I mean, I wouldn't do like nothing aggressive against the cop or whatever, but they would against me just because they would think, he looks Mexican and shit. So, he must be aggressive.
Am I being detained? Am I free to leave? Yeah. Yeah, you can say, am I being detained? Am I free to leave? As soon as you say that, you're going to put him on the defensive. I'm just telling you.
As soon as I say what?
Am I being detained? Am I
If
free
you
to
ask
leave?
the police officer, am I being detained or
Yeah.
am I free to leave? That
Exactly. You know what? That's why the cops have a bad stigma because they're really worried about like being sued and stuff like. Let's say, so they worry about getting sued and all that stuff.
Divided, you're nuts.
They also have a hard job.
Okay.
yeah, I do agree that police officers have a hard job and they're trying to do their job the best they can. Just one moment.
Pierce Morgan. He says, Pierce Morgan wants to jail white people who use the N-word. This guy's over the top. He's completely unhinged, Pierce is. He wants to jail white people who use the N-word. This is absurd. We have freedom of speech. We have a president that's already used the N-word. And now Pierce Morgan wants to jail people.
What? Pierce Morgan wants to jail white people for
using the N-word.
Does he realize? I think he thinks he's still in the UK.
He's a shill, Sarah. He's trying to create the divisions between blacks and whites and Hispanics and Asians. They're trying to create division. They want a race war, these people in
You're
government.
on. Go ahead. You'll just have to ignore the beeping.
Okay, Wacko says, if you're using Google Voice, get rid of call waiting to get rid of that damn beep. You want to do it?
The Charleston shooting, David's not convinced it was real.
Nicole says he had to see his therapist
Is
after
that
my
the
blowout
shooting you're
yesterday.
referring to? Or
Wow.
are you referring to somebody else?
You've never been in an argument yourself,
Pardon?
Nicole? You're some sort of a newbie to arguments?
The Newton and Sandy Hook, yes, David's not convinced that was real either.
I don't want to lock anybody up. I want to end the police state.
Yeah, exactly. Well, same. Ironically, the guy who went into Charleston has the same kind of blank look in his face.
Yeah. It's like they're MK Ultra victims, these people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take
Do
it
you
from
want
here.
me? Do you want me to continue?
I got it. All right. Well, thank you so much for your call. Anything else you want to talk about besides racial profiling, which I know is a problem?
The Sandy Hook.
I agree.
Issue
Sandy
with
Hook, for
Newtown.
sure. Yeah. Sandy Hook is another problem that has never been resolved. I don't believe our government's telling us the truth, folks. I think we're being lied to.
I want to talk about.
Sure, go ahead. I'm all ears.
It's like racial profiling is the new like policing state type of thing,
Yeah, I know.
It's like that's what we all worry about,
Yeah.
That's why we have the Second Amendment to have guns. So or tyranny of like government, right?
Right,
We're
yeah.
being like what do you say?
Oppressed. We're being oppressed. We're being oppressed.
Oppressed, yes, by the government right now.
See? Yeah, I know.
You get pulled over and stuff, and
Yeah, I know. It's bad. I've talked to a lot of people who are of minority status that are racially profiled. It's not good.
bullshit.
It is bad. It's really BS. I agree. Thank you, Sarah.
So, and they're disguising, policing to being oppressed.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's not like the army is being like, instead of being taken our neighborhoods, it's the police.
Yeah. It's bad. We need to end the police state in our country. It's getting out of control. And Barack Obama has been useless in stopping racial profiling. Useless. It's really unfortunate because the blacks that voted for him, and a lot of the white guys with white guilt that voted for him, and all the other people that voted for him, obviously wanted some restitution here, and they didn't get it. And now Barack Obama is using the N-word publicly and acting like it's no big deal.